Okay everyone, I'm just going to go through what a good prop forward, second row or even a centre or a wing taking up the ball around the ruck area should look into, and I'm going to break it down into as many points as I can. First of all, when we are looking at receiving the ball from the ruck area, one of the big points I make is that you should go at least 6, 7 or 8 metres wide of the ruck. Why is that? It's because we don't want the markers to tackle us, okay? The markers are 2 men that the game allows to be offside, and if you run too close to the ruck, those markers can get to you. My advice is if you are getting go forward and the defence is going back, then yes, you can creep closer to the ruck. But even people who are scooting the ball will run out from the back of the ruck and do a C-line. So everything is geared towards getting away from the play the ball, okay? So imagine this scenario is 6, 7 or 8 metres away from the play the ball. Before I go to what you should do, I'm going to go to what you probably shouldn't do. So Benetti, I'm going to ask you to stay away. So I'm a prop forward and I'm trying to take the ball up against these 3 defenders. Let's pretend they all weigh 100 kilograms, 100, 100, 100, and I weigh 100. I wish, but let's just say for now I weigh 100. If I run to them on my own with no support, and even if I do something like carry the ball under my arm, as I run, so if you can come with me, those 3 defenders can put all their energy into me. So come forward, boys, come forward. So as they come in to tackle me, I've now got 3 defenders coming to tackle me. That's 100 kilos, 100 kilos, 100 kilos versus 100 kilos. 300 versus 100. And if I do that without any support and I'm carrying the ball like a loaf of bread under my arm, all I'm doing is setting myself up to get smashed off these 3. The chances are they will dominate the ruck and I'll struggle to get goal forward. So now what I'm going to do is take you back and then we'll go through some ideas as to how you can make this little time better, okay? The first thing I want you to focus on is a good 2-handed pre-line carry, okay? So I'm carrying the football like that. The reason we carry the football like that, they don't know if I'm going to pass it that way, chip over the top, grubber them through. In theory, I'm leaving everything open to chance, okay? Cameraman, you're going to be my left side support and Benetti's going to be my right side support. So instead of going up on my own now, I'm bringing 2 people with me. You, the cameraman, and therefore the viewer, you're my left side support, Benetti's my right. As I go up to the line, so I've already come up once and I've come up on my own, but I've got a 2-handed carry pre-line. I've hit the ball on the advantage line. The play the ball's there, so I'm getting all the meters I can. I've got a 2-handed carry and I've brought you as support and I've brought Benetti as support. They still think that I'm just running the ball up because I'm a prop, so they put all their energy into tackling me. 300 versus 100 kilograms again, okay? But you in support and Benetti in support, you keep turning up. And this is why all coaches always preach running in 2s or in 3s. So if you boys go back on side again, now what I'm going to add in, I've just ran straight there. This time I'm going to add in some short footsteps. So as I go to the line, 2-handed carry pre-line, before I get to the line, I go off 1 badge into another, and I've isolated only 2 defenders, and I've got rid of Sucker here as well. So now I'm on 2. So already it's 100 kilos versus 100, 100, 200. So I'm already making life a little bit easier for myself. Okay? Now, this is when the tricky part comes in. I'm not going to pass to you, I'm going to pass to Benetti. Okay? This time as I run in, I've realised that those 3 defenders are coming to me. I've got my 2-handed pre-line carry. Because I've got my carry there, I decide to go to this defender. I engage him, but back into him. Now, just stop there. Have you seen their hips have turned in? I've got PJ here. Sione doesn't know what he's doing, that's okay. But Benetti's now got some space there. So Sione, Lasiti, you're going to come into me, and I just tip on to Benetti there. And then the next defender will take him. What do you think those 3 defenders will do after that? If I do that for 1 play, what are you likely to do then? Probably stay off me. So now, as the next time I do my carry, those 3 defenders are back, so go back on side. Now they're second guessing what I'm trying to do. So as I go to the line with my 2-handed carry, I put my 2 steps in. These defenders now, you're worried about him because I've passed. Yeah, so you stay off. You're worried about my support, Sione, because I've passed. And now it's just me versus PJ. And it's 100 kilos versus 100 kilos. And guess what? You know I'm going to win that one, surely. Now another way of doing this, obviously, and you've been good at doing this when I've seen, is when you've dragged those defenders in, another way of doing that is obviously to spin and to offload, okay? But the key thing is we need to get as much as we can around the ruck to take pressure off. So for any props out there, second rowers, centres, wings, who are asked to carry the ball straight in, do yourself a favour, do all those things and make your life a hell of a lot easier.